What's up, guys? I'm LQ. This is the LQ Review. Thank you so much for joining me here at my YouTube channel. This is where I talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we'd love to talk about. Movies, video games, comic books, TV shows, and right now I'm going to give you guys a comic book review. A comic book review for issue number 2 of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin. And boy, was this a good issue. Man! So if you remember, the first issue of The Last Ronin, it seems like it came out forever ago. It involved one of the turtles, who was the last surviving turtle, taking on the foot and failing. And at the end of the issue, he tries to commit suicide, and it turns out that he does not, but it turns out that it was Michelangelo. Michelangelo was the last surviving Ninja Turtle. Now, the artwork is just absolutely brilliant in this. Some of the best artwork I've ever seen in a Ninja Turtle comic. It opens with April. You know, obviously she's much older now, and we start seeing flashbacks. We start seeing flashbacks where the turtles were ambushed by the foot, and Master Splinter was hurt extremely bad, and he eventually dies. He eventually succumbs to his wounds. And we learn a little bit. We don't really know exactly how April was hurt yet, but we do know that she loses an arm. And she has a robotic arm now, she brought in Michelangelo after his suicide attempt, and we learn that Michelangelo is getting bigger. He is getting stronger as a result of his mutation, his ongoing mutation. He is continuing to mutate, and he's getting bigger. He's getting stronger. He heals faster. He is a different Ninja Turtle than he was before. So this issue kind of goes back and forth between modern day and filling in the gaps on what happened. So we see Raphael, being the hothead that he is, he goes out for vengeance on the foot, ambushing them. And I love Karai, who is leading the turtles now, or leading the foot now. She says, "Destroy the beast." I kind of just love the way that they depict her viewing these turtles. And it does not go well for Raphael, obviously. And it leads to a one-on-one fight between Raph and Karai, which is very beautifully rendered. And I won't necessarily spoil how that goes, but it doesn't necessarily end well, which we know that, right? We know that, but I won't necessarily spoil how it ends. We are introduced to a new character. April calls for Casey, and Raph is like, "What? Casey's alive too?" Not Raph, sorry, Mikey. Mikey yells, "What? Casey's alive too?" And we learn that Casey is the name of April's daughter, who has also spent the last several years learning ninja. Here we have the foot. I don't know if this is a Rokosaki or if this is a Rokosaki's ancestor. I've read this once, and they never really... The lesson has ended. Clean up this mess. Come Captain Fukada. They never really say whether he's a Rokosaki. I might have just missed it. They call him Master here. Go now, Captains. Unless I missed it, I don't know if this is a Rokosaki or if this is an Orokosaki descendant. Somebody fill me in down below on if you know the answer to that. So we got Casey getting to know Mikey better. April getting to know Mikey again. It's been years and years and years since they've seen each other. They are living in the sewer where the turtles lived, and that's how they came across Mikey. It was because Mikey, after he attacked the Foot in the first issue, he took refuge down there and tried to kill himself down in that sewer den where April and Casey are now living. We get Mikey's backstory, what he did after the turtles were defeated, which was actually very interesting. I like the way it's drawn in like old school comic black and white form. Kind of reminded me of those original Ninja Turtle comics, which I definitely appreciated. And we got more of that as well. Just really good art here. Some of, like I said, some of the best art I've ever seen in a turtle comic book. So there's a little bit more. And Casey, obviously, she wants to help Michelangelo go fight the Foot, and he refuses. You know, I'm not going to be responsible for any more deaths. And she's basically like, well, you don't have a choice. I'm gonna go with you. I mean, you don't have a choice in the matter. And he laughs and he says, I can't decide whether you're more like your mom or more like your dad. And here's April bringing out, I think that's Fugitoid's heads, right? Fugitoid? Pretty sure that's his head. So is she gonna rebuild Fugitoid? I don't know. Next issue, right there, looks pretty cool. This comic book, first of all, they're long, about double size, I think. The page quality, top-notch page quality here, guys. But just the art, the glossy paper, the art. I mean, it's all beautiful. A lot of care went into making this book, and I definitely appreciate that. And the story itself is just phenomenal. This is, like I said, one of the best Ninja Turtles stories as well that they've told in the past few years. And it's fun. The IDW storyline that they've been telling for the past decade-ish has been great. I've always said the IDW Ninja Turtles is the best iteration ever of Ninja Turtles. From the original comics to the cartoons to the movies, whatever the case may be, this current IDW timeline with the Turtles in it is the best iteration ever of the Ninja Turtles. And I stand by that. I still believe that. And this is a possible future of that IDW comic book storyline. So that makes it even more fun. So really great comic book, guys. Like, if I were to put a score on it, I'd give this a 10 out of 10. Just really interesting, very engaging storyline. Definitely heartbreaking at points, but definitely also feels like you're back home at other points. Like, I recognize this. I get this. This is calling back to this, or this is calling back to this. Just so much care and love for the lore in this comic book. And if they continue to do that throughout this series, this is going to be a great series. It's going to be a huge win for IDW. So, great comic book. I highly recommend picking up both of the issues of Last Ronin so far, issue 1 and issue 2. But specifically issue 2, while it had its heartbreaking moments in it, it was very good. And we don't know exactly. There's still more background to be told here. Assuming that Raph died in this issue in the flashback, we still haven't seen Leo die. We still haven't seen Donnie die. We still haven't seen how April loses her arm. We still haven't seen how Casey Jones dies, assuming he is dead. We haven't seen so much so far on how the Turtles ultimately met their end. So far, all we've seen is Raphael's death and Splinter's death. So there's still 2 Turtles to go and Casey to go as far as the Turtle family being killed by the Foot Soldiers, leading to Michelangelo being the last Ronin. So there's more to come, I believe, as far as flashbacks is concerned. Great comic, very good storytelling. Everything that this comic did was handled with care and was top-notch. Did you guys read Last Ronin Book 2? Let me know in the comments down below if you did and if you enjoyed it as much as me. While you're down there, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I put out a lot of content and I want to make sure that you're up to date with everything that I'm doing. And as always, thank you so much for joining me right here at the LQ Review, where we get to talk about all the geeky, nerdy stuff that we love to talk about. And until next time, we'll see you guys later.